am now live, and we're good to go ish. Just don't fall. Push it down a little bit. There, it's nice and stable. Now we can walk. I hope. Legs are really not fun today. So yeah, now we're just finding a place that we can go sit down and chill for a bit, do some chatting. I walked today 5 kilometers one way, 5 kilometers back, because someone posted on Carrot free garden fresh tomatoes. Now, I love tomatoes. I love all veggies. But you know what's better than just tomatoes? Free tomatoes. You know what's even better than free tomatoes? Free garden fresh tomatoes. So yeah, that's what I did today. Posted some on Kijiji, looked for some off on Kijiji too, but 10 kilometers total for 5 free tomatoes. Afternoon, how you doing? No, like seriously, that's what I did today. Don't regret it either, because they're really good tomatoes. So now I'm just looking for a place to go hang out, relax for a bit. But I like the app Carrot. It's a buy and sell app local to the GTA. And some people post free stuff. Okay, I didn't just go for tomatoes. Someone posted some really good cast iron stuff they were giving away. I got that. I'm gonna first season it before I use it, but got a bunch of cast iron stuff. And yeah, no, I walked. They were both in the same area, but I walked 5 kilometers one way to pick up the cast iron pans, about another 400 meters to pick up the tomatoes, the garden fresh tomatoes, and we just got back. And yeah, no, tonight I'm going to make a proper meal, hobo style, of course, on the fire, and do some recording with that. But honestly, I love tomatoes. I love store tomatoes. But what is better than store tomatoes, I will always say, is garden fresh tomatoes. And what's even better than garden fresh tomatoes are free garden fresh tomatoes. And I'm going to use one of them in the dish I'm going to make tonight. I have some leftover cans up in camp. I've got some canned corn and mushrooms. Put that in the pan with a little bit of water. Just get it boiling. I've got some really high quality instant noodles, ramen, the Asher brand, the spicy chili oil. Put those in and use the rest of my eggs. Well, I'm having a fantastic day. I had a beetle on my neck. I'm having a fantastic day. Like, there's not much for me to do today. Usually I spend a couple hours at the library, jump on Kijiji, look for work, see if I can find any pickup jobs. Did that when I was walking. No luck. Nothing been posted in the last 24 hours. So I was playing around on Carrot last night. Messaged the person who was giving away the cast iron. That stuff is heavy. But I've got a cast iron Dutch oven, a deep cast iron frying pan, one of those flat cast iron grill things. All that stuff is heavy, by the way. And then I got my tomatoes. It depends. Like, what do you mean oil up? If you're saying, am I gonna oil myself up and tan for you guys? Maybe. But no, my plan is I'm gonna do some cooking tonight. I'm probably oil all that stuff and season it for a long video, because people have been asking me to make cooking longs. Oh, not much. Just a long day, and now I'm just trying to find somewhere to go and hang out that's somewhat quiet. And I think I know where I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna cross that bridge when I get there. And go sit amongst the trees. Why did I choose going this way? How you doing, Jeffrin? Sorry, it's really bright out. I can barely see the screen. Actually, you know what? That is a better idea than being here. This place is too busy. I'm gonna see if I can sneak through here. Ow. I snuck through there. But no, I'm having a really good day. Like, man, I'm probably the only person who likes veggies enough. I did a 10-kilometer walk today for some free cast iron. Carrot is the best app. And 5 free garden fresh tomatoes. Oh, it's a gorgeous day today. Not too hot, not too sunny. Still need to get in the shade for a bit. Again, I've been walking all day. Didn't want to use the bus. I could have. Didn't want to. Oh man, again, the cast iron is going to be, I've been using this really crappy pan. I'm going to use it for dinner tonight and get the fire really hot so I can properly season the cast iron. And yeah, I think my first cook will be one of my favorite meals, just a simple hobo stew. I want to get some bone-on like pork knuckles and some stewing beef, fresh corn, onions, taters, and do a real proper hobo stew. I cannot see the screen. Now I can. Oh, that's the point. The pan I had, I'm still going to use it tonight. It was stainless steel coated in copper. I used it over the campfire and all the copper came off. So I sat down scraping it with my knife, scraped all the copper off. But I need something a little bit better. And when I saw that cast iron on carrot, I snapped it up. It's crazy, like, what people give away. It's great if people, they're not needing it and they don't want to throw it out. And it's not something you really can sell. Used cookware, people don't buy that. So they give it away. And I will gladly be the recipient of some good cast iron. There's nothing like, I don't care about all your, Gordon Ramsay's hexagonal pans and that crap. I'm good with just a nice piece of cast iron. Oh, I know how heavy cast iron is, Gloria. Like, I got one of those big Dutch ovens, a deep cast iron pan, and a flat cast iron cooker, and a grill. The flat for like eggs and whatnot. Put it all in my bag with free tomatoes. I like this spot. Hey Aaron, how you doing? Number 2, Kristen Lee. Sorry, I couldn't see that comment. And yeah, there we goes. Just gonna set down at my spot here again. I was here yesterday. This path is closed, so not too many people come by. I get to sit down, stretch the old toesies out and watch the birds and the deers and the mice and other birds and the cars. I'm glad you're here, Cole. Aaron, I'm very glad you're here. Well, that's one of the points is with cast iron, I can do a lot. I like to cook. I've always liked to cook. But one of my favorite meals is a cast iron meal. You have to use cast iron for it. There we go. Put you a little further up and back. And back. Well, I'm trying to do these more during the day because day is better during the weekends. Oh, also good news, really good news. I went up to can't talk. I went up when I was passing by where I had to go to pick up the cast iron. I went to the No Frills there. Beside the No Frills was a cheap dollar store. It's where I got this tripod and a lot of stuff, like $5 for a tripod that goes for $60. Went in there because they sell fishing stuff. I got a whole new set of fishing hooks, sinkers, a couple bobbers, and some lures. Still got the fishing rod, and I'm going to replace the line with some braided that I picked up for $6 and do a proper fishing live stream on next Saturday. This coming Saturday, because it's not going to be next Saturday, it'll be next Saturday. This coming Saturday, I'm going to go down to, I'll announce it with a community post, but I'm going to be going down to a proper area to fish. It'll be sometime in the afternoon, down to the beaches area and do some bass fishing. Hi, Amy. Oh man, I agree. The nice green grass here, like, look at it. You gotta turn the camera around. It's all nice and there's no bugs. And especially if you're sitting outdoors like this, look for trails. Like if you see, like it looks like somebody's been walking through there, it's usually a deer trail. Don't sit on where you see footprints and stuff through the grass. It's an animal. If deer are going through there, that's generally where a lot of ticks will hang out. But if you're hanging out in a place like this where you don't see many animal footprints, you're not going to get a tick. You might get bitten by fire ants, but you won't be bitten by ticks. Oh wow, it's late. Actually, that's one of the things. That's why I'm taking the time to prepare. The night before, I'm gonna walk down to the golf course. Right after they water it and get some night crawlers. Turn it. Yeah, that's too close. There we go. Move it down a little bit. What the hell was that, man? And yeah, that'll work. Oh, it's barely daytime here. It's not even time for me to head back to camp. I end up staying out until at least 5-6 o'clock for my own because there's people there, and people. I'm fine with people. They're naked people, like right in front of my camp. Every Saturday and Sunday that it's Sunday, there's like 5 or 6 just naked dudes hanging out. And I don't need to see that much penis. I'm tired of being outside all day. I don't have a choice, but I don't get tired of it. I don't get tired of it at all. I'm actually happier now that I'm outside all day than I was inside. I don't think humans are meant to be, inside all day underneath these artificial lights, confined by four walls all the time. Yeah, it feels safe to be in there. Nothing's out there. But, look at this. I got all this space. I can't walk that direction without, I can't come into a contact with the wall, that direction. I could walk that direction, but I'll get hit by a car. And if I go that way, there's a lake. But there's no confines. I'm not confined, and it feels good. We've got a nude beach on Center Island in Toronto. I don't know why they're not going to it, but they're doing it in a park where families go. Kids will sometimes walk up there. It's overgrown. I understand why they're choosing that spot, because it is out of the way. It's just like, why do you gotta do it right in front of my camp? Like, the last guy, like, I didn't get a video of him because I don't really want to, not only get demonetized but have my channel deactivated. But I walk up, he sees me, he's sitting on his chair. First of all, this guy is ripped beyond hell. Like, he's got six-pack abs. He sees me, he stands up, and he's like, butt-ass naked. And he's like, oh, hi, how you doing today? I'm fine. There's a deer over there. It's like, man, like, that is the most noticeable thing in this forest, is the deer. Not the naked guy with the bloody putter between his legs, which I'm jealous of. Or bloody ripped, and gotta point out the deer, not the giant penis in front of my face. Well, I get it. There's also, so I learned something a little while ago, that not too far from where I am, there's a parking lot. Men will go to this parking lot to meet up with other men to go into the woods, because the police are there all the time, and bump uglies, I guess. And sometimes it can spill over to my area, and I don't need to see that. No, he wasn't, but he wasn't being sexual at all. I'm just telling you, it's happened up there. Like, the second time I saw that happen up there, I thought someone had dumped a body. No, I'm not traumatized over it, man. I've got my confidence. Like, I used to go to the gym. I wore nothing in the changing room. I didn't need to cover myself up with a towel. I would go into the sauna and let it hang out. It's just, I get it, you're confident in yourself and everything, but it's still a very public place, and there are a lot of people out there who, don't want to see that, like me. And, like, I know I've got some PTSD from all this stuff. Like, the other week, I posted a video about that there was a car parked way up back there, and it's not easy to get a car up there. Like, the grass is this high, and there's no actual road, and like 5 guys jump out of the truck and start screaming for people. There were some, crackheads in the area that were camping out, and I got out of that area really quickly because that scared the hell out of me. It's the same thing when you're in camp. I've been very traumatized. Like, just at camp, and like 4 people show up saying, "Oh, this is a nice place you got there. We kind of need it for ourselves. Maybe you should leave." And someone came up and saved my ass because he saw them come up and knew they were up to no good. Man, I've been married once. It's just human flesh. I don't get embarrassed by seeing human flesh. No, man, like, to fend them off. One, I'm a peaceful kind of guy. I don't want to hurt anybody. And even if, I'm ready to stand there and defend my, you're very loud, bird. Yeah. Really? I'm gonna show you him, he's pretty. There he goes. No, again, I'm a very peaceful kind of guy. I don't want to hurt anybody. But even if I, had the mind of that I'm gonna fight these guys off, I don't care if they're crackies and crackheads and scrawny. There's something about, druggy strength, and there's 4 of them, 1 of me. They could have a knife, a gun, a taser, a shotgun, a chainsaw, a bazooka, a ballistic missile, 3 axes, a knife, and a donut. There's a good chance I'm not gonna be the winner of that. Same one. Last time I was here, he hung out there for like an hour just peeping at me. Yeah, peep, 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 peep to you too. I'm not gonna eat your babies. You're too small. Yeah, no, I've got my plans. I'm hoping, even then, it's like still 50-50. It goes my way on August 6th, but I've got a lawyer ready for when it doesn't. If it doesn't, but I'm prepared. And even then, like, I'm starting to make money off of YouTube. I still haven't got my first check from them because they make you jump through hoops, and they don't believe I've got an address because they're right. So they're challenging it, and I have to do a whole bunch of crap to get that done. So hopefully by next month I'll get my first YouTube payment. But the craziest thing has happened. I started to actually make ad revenue. Before it was like, I was making like, there you are again. You're gonna peep peep again. I made getting like $1 or 20 cents a day, and recently it's gone up to like $10, which is really cool. Oh, she was so mean about it. Oh, thank you very much. It might not have. Like, if it was a while ago, there's a problem. My PayPal has a tendency to be active for 2 or 3 days. Then I get a notice from PayPal saying, you got to reconfirm your identity because people flag me a lot. Like, they'll, just to screw with me. Or the other one, sometimes I'll just shut it down for a while because I had a problem with it. People can really suck. They want to hurt you when you're down. The worst one was someone sent me money. It was like $2, and then they charge backed it, and they sent me $2 more, and they charge backed it, and then $2 more, and charge backed it. You get a fee from that. And they ended up putting my PayPal, making me owe them like $140. And that was really shitty of them. That was really, really shitty of them. Oh, thank you very much. Even then, like, people can just be really crappy. But yeah, that Karen, someone just mentioned the Karen. She was really mean. Like, where I was, it's made for a fire. It's a fire pit. And I didn't even have one going when she showed up. I was breaking sticks. And I set up the rock so I could put my little grill on top of it. I had my pot and pan and out, getting ready to cook, and she just sees me, comes running up with her, phone in her hand. You can't effing do that here. You can't effing do that. This is a park. You can't effing do that. It's illegal. I'm gonna call the police. It's illegal. It's a fire pit, Karen. That's when I reached in my pocket, pulled out my phone, and starting to record. Second, reached in my pocket and got the phone out to record. Instantly shuts her mouth, turns her back, and walks to where she was. And then she's just on her phone for like 15 minutes. And that's when I'm like recording her because she's just standing there. And I had to say something because it was just really shitty of her. It's not only that. When people approach me like that when I'm cooking, it puts me on edge now. Like, I've had it happen to me a couple times. The worst one was I used to have a small single burner butane stove, propane stove that goes on top of the little canisters. I was sitting in a park not too far from here on the stone, on a place you can sit, had that going, and I was cooking a can of ravioli. This Karen comes up and she starts screaming at me, "What the F are you doing here? You can't effing do that. You're gonna burn down the whole effing woods." They always swear. It's all like, I swear once in a while, but they always want to swear at you to get their point across, and it doesn't work. I think it just makes you look like an idiot. And she got right up close, and she gave it a boot. Like, she kicked my stove, and my ravioli went everywhere. So when people approach me like that now, I'm really on edge. Oh, that's cool. Thank you very much. Hey, Dan. I don't panhandle, man. I don't panhandle. Yeah, you can tell me to panhandle. I'm not gonna do it. I've got a little bit of pride. I like to do my stuff on Kijiji. Found nothing for the last week, but I'm trying to find a piece of grass. I want to make a whistle. A piece of grass that's thick enough. That might work. Nope, that's not gonna work. Come on. I used to be good at this. I can't do it anymore. I used to be able to do a Star Wars theme song. No. The car noise is from the highway. I'm sitting pretty deep and down on one of the closed paths just to avoid humans. Hey, earbunk. Man, I'm just having fun. That sun's gotta go. No, I don't, again, if it's something you gotta do to survive, like, you got no other options, you can't find stuff on Kijiji, like, life can be hard, especially when you're down. I got no qualms against you doing it. I just got a few small rules that I try to live by, and I won't compromise my beliefs for any reason. I gotta get you guys stable again. Don't fall. Like, yeah, I'm in a shitty situation and everything, but my goal is to come out the other side the same person I was going into it. I just think it's a very slippery slope. When you start compromising one belief, you start compromising another. It's like, I was desperate at a time. I had no pants. Like, I was in a shitty situation too. I was gonna, steal it from Walmart, and then I got there and it's like, I can't do this. And I went around for another week with a hole from one side of my crotch to the other. Oh, I hate those guys. I've been trying to figure out something to make some money on Canada Day, which is July 1st. And my thought was I was going to go down to the beach and sell paper bags, with a beer in it. But I'll get into trouble for that. You get into trouble selling alcohol like that. But that being said, I'm going to go down there and sell maybe bottles of water for $2-3 a shot. A little bit cheaper than the vendors sell it. Cans of soda, same thing, and try to make some money. Yeah, no, there's a few things I don't think, I don't knock people for doing that way. Like, if you're desperate and you go to a grocery store and you take a couple things, just enough to survive, I don't knock that at all. You gotta do sometimes what you gotta do, because like, food banks here don't work. A guy in my situation, I can't use food banks. Yeah, there's these little free pantries. One, when I get to them, there's nothing in them, or two, someone chases me away. But I have no access to food banks. It's a shame. I'll check. The main Star Wars theme. I was trying, can't do it anymore. But yeah, no, there's a lot I don't. Okay, you're falling over slowly. Stay. Or fall slowly. Man, it's not about pride. I do appreciate it. I can't check right now, but I will be able to soon. It's not a thing about pride. It's a thing about morality. Like, I've talked to a couple people here, and I see what they're saying. Cornish thinks I have a little bit of the autism. I used to be in construction. I could go out and get a construction job today. It would screw me over, but I've got seizures, man. No, I know a lot of people in construction. I was in construction. But again, I've got medical problems. Like today, my legs are, I've been walking really wonky today with the seizures and whatnot. And if I go do a construction job, I'm screwed. I've got, trying to get on Canadian, Ontario disability pension, but they're assholes. And I have medical problems. But as I was saying, someone in the Discord, Cornish there, thinks I got a little bit of the autism just because, you know, the very strict, stiff moral compass. I've got an unyielding moral compass, and what I think is something wrong and I can't do, I will never ever do. I will never break those morals. Same with loud noises. Not great with those. And I'm a stubborn son of a bitch. Oh, that's another thing. You'll never ever see me act out in anger. Like every time I'm angry, it doesn't feel like it feels like I'm playing. That's why I'm always, pretty calm, cool, collected. It's just anger. It doesn't really. If I'm actually angry, you've done something bad, because it's a lot to make me angry. Yo, Aaron. No, I believe that you should hold yourself to some standards. There's a lot of bad people who it's when you start doing one bad thing, it becomes easier and easier to do the next bad thing. Oh crap, I've got a plan for dinner tonight. I've got the tomatoes with me. I dropped the cast iron pan, but I've got some chili oil noodles left. They're the ramen packs. I got 2 of those left. They're really spicy, really good. I made it yesterday and posted it, but I didn't make a video. I'm gonna do a video of it tonight. But I got some, I went out for a walk today to get some cast iron. And I also found on Carrot, it's an app that they give, a buy and sell app. You can also get free stuff. But there was a lady giving away these really fresh tomatoes. Garden fresh tomatoes. I've damaged it, but I'm going to do what I did last night. Do the ramen. Super spicy. They're Hakka style ramen or Hagar style. It's chili oil. And I bought some spring onions. I got a can of corn, and gonna make that again, but with some eggs as well. That'll be dinner. Oh, it's fantastic, and I'm gonna do a video of that because I'm getting asked to do more cooking videos. Man, there's 2 ways I could have gone. I will admit that I'm like the way I am because of my grandfather. I could have gone this way, or I could have gone down my parents' route. Alcoholic junkies. My mother was a real piece of shit. But my grandfather, beat it into me. Literally sometimes beat it into me. That you can't be an a-hole. Happy Father's Day. I'm not a smoker, and I don't do the I don't smoke weed. But also, yeah, guys, we've got a really decent Discord if you want to join it. I think someone will, I can't post a link, but someone will. And yeah, you definitely join the Discord. There's a lot of great people there, and if you need somebody to talk to, usually there's someone there. You should do that. I'll pin that. Yeah, actually, we are a very growing community too. We're nearing 50 members. Luxury? Honestly, I've got 2 of them. One is because it takes away my headaches. I get these wicked headaches if I've had a seizure, so I haven't had one in about 2 weeks now, but I will go and bum or buy a single cigarette from a Chinese store. The other one, I've done it a couple times with you guys. I'll go up and buy myself 2 really good beers. I'll get the really like $4 German beer, a can of German beer, and sit down and enjoy 2 of those by the fire while we're talking. That's a luxury, very few and far between. It's been like 2 months since I've done that, but I'm not a drinker. But on a hot summer's day, I'll admit, it's nice having a beer. It makes you feel like a man. Now, weed fixes epileptic seizures. Weed helps epileptic seizures. Mine are non-epileptic. They do a lot of experimentation. Like what they've got you on are very similar to anti-anxiety medication to help with it. But no. Yeah, no, I don't need cannabis in my life. And I'm not gonna say, I've never touched weed in my life. That'd be a lie. I've never touched any drug in my life. That would be another lie. Like, fuck, I was young at the time. I've tried mushrooms. Didn't really like them. Freaking got chased by a giant spider. Never again. I don't like weed at all. I've tried weed a few times. A lot. I had 2 puffs of a joint when Dan and I hung out. He offered me a puff. I made the choice to take one, and even then, I legit just done. And I don't like it. I don't like things that mess with my head. Well, it's not with the right people. I was with the right people. The story about it was I was young too. I was just a kid. I was like 15, 16. Not too far off from this area too. My buddy came to me. He's like, I got some magic mushrooms, man. You want to come down with us and, try them out? I said, sure, why not? And they gave me some. One took one, some. My other buddy took some. I took mine. Sat there for 20 minutes. They start tripping balls. I'm like, nothing's hitting me. Didn't hit me. Didn't do anything. So he said, oh, take more. I took another bit. Still nothing after 20 minutes. I said, take some more. Because, you must have a high tolerance. It was a bad idea. I think it's just I had a big lunch that day. Because the second that got down my throat, the third dose was, I started tripping. Like, that's when it hit me. And the worst part is I'm sitting there and I hear some rustling in the bushes. I don't know how much time went by, but time went by. And I look over to see this giant 8-legged spider walk out of the bushes. I get scared. I start running. I stand up and I start booking it as fast as I can. And I look behind it. The spider's chasing me. So I'm running. And I see this giant spider just chasing me. You're out of it. I trip and I fall. I hit the ground and I turn on my back. And then the spider jumps on top of me. And yeah, I thought it was eating me for a second until I realized this isn't a spider. It was somebody's lost black lab. Not all of them. I think the first dose hit me. It was just really, really a very bad experience. Next one. No, man. This is more like you guys keeping me company and keeping me sane. There's that goddamn bird over there again. He's watching me. There he is. No, that's the most what I would say hardcore thing I've done. Like the other night, I was offered crystal meth. Fuck. Funny thing is, it was like 9, 10 o'clock. I was streaming at the park for like 20 minutes. Found out a guy I knew just died. I saw him in the obituaries, sitting there, and this guy approaches me and starts offering me a toke. I'm like, no, man, I don't smoke weed. Oh, don't worry, it's meth. Oh, I really don't smoke that shit. And he was so adamant about me, taking some. And I've seen him around. He camped out in the area, but I'm not into that shit. Well, there's a couple things I don't need. Like, yeah, I'll have a beer once in a while, just chill out. When I say a beer, I mean 1, 2 beers max. That's all I need once in a while. I don't need to be fucked up in the woods. Jesus. Isn't salvia that one drug that it's a really intense, like, psychotropic high that only lasts like 10-15 minutes? I watched the Joe Rogan podcast talking about the guy who did a lot, and he lived an alternate life for 6 months in his head. I managed to stay clear of it, but no, to say a lot of drug users, yes, I've been exposed to a lot of drug users, and that's just something I will never put in my life. So, he got out of jail too. I know the full story, but yeah, though there's been a couple of people I chased away. They were in my camp robbing it. You saw them on stream once. They were walking their bikes. I got rid of them. I told them to get lost, never come back. There's Colin. You guys have seen him on stream a couple times. He just got arrested, and he's out now. And some crackheads moved into his camp. But the guy named Keith, where Colin is camping now, he died. This 80-year-old man lived in the woods for like 20 years. Crazy stuff. But he died, and I guess Colin found out about it and got super high, went down to River Street, which is like a very bad area in Toronto, and got into some sort of altercation on the street with the cop, and got himself booked, and he's out now. I didn't get, he got into, I'm going to say probably a fight over drugs. Cops came and booked him. But here in Canada, man, they've got safe injection sites in Toronto. You could go get heroin and have a nurse put it into your veins for you in Toronto. But drug crime, like real drug crime, isn't taken that seriously anymore. Oh, big dog, don't say that. Cornish has got a woman. Cornish has got a good woman, and she'll kick his ass. Don't get him in trouble. Yep. I saw him today when I was leaving, and he's kind of in one situation because now he's got no place to go at all. His camp is gone. Well, his camp is there, but he can't get into his camp. Oh, it's really cruel. There's a lot of cruelty. So yeah, some big time junkies moved in there, and he's asking me if I have space. My place is big enough for me. And yeah, no, I told what he's got to do is get himself a tent or build himself something. Oh, there's a dog. Want to see a dog? You know, there's no judgment. There's the only things you can get banned from this chat for is being a dick, being sexist, being racist, or being homophobic. We're gonna watch the doggy go by because he's a good boy. 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 Here comes a good boy, and he's just a puppy. Golden Lab. Oh. Just a puppy. He's a good boy. Not yet, no. Nah, damn it, didn't fix it. Oh, it was just a puppy. Just a little puppy. There are actually, like, there's the creek right near me that you get some big white suckers, but we're doing a fishing live stream. I will post it. I will schedule it. We're doing it Saturday. I managed to, when I was out today getting my cast iron, my free cast iron and my free tomatoes, I popped into a really good dollar store, got a bunch of hooks, sinkers, bobbers, some really shiny lures, and we're gonna do a fishing live stream Saturday. I'm right by Lake Ontario. I think I'm gonna go down to the Secret Beach area, or maybe the Humber. Or hell, if I really feel fancy, I'll hitchhike up to Perry Sound and do there. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm definitely. It'll just be simple fishing. I'm a very simple fisherman. I don't do anything fancy. Just dig up a worm, put it on a hook end, put it on a bobber, throw it in the water, and sit there and chill. That's my idea of a good fishing time. That's one of my favorite things to do. Even more than a fire. Just to chill and fish. But I will probably pick up, go to that cheap dollar store again and pick up a good filleting knife. Have a small fire if I catch a bass or a pike or anything edible, and have a cookout with some fish. Hamilton. Oh man, you gotta go. If you do you have a boat? If you got a boat fish, one of the best fishing areas near you within 90 minutes. Look up Woods Bay. Oh my God. You get like 15, 20 pound pike. And they're common, 15, 20 pound pike. The Canada's largest muskie was brought out of the Woods Bay area. Not small bass. The bass are fighters though. You get like 3 to 5 pounder common. Anything over like 3 to 4 pounder common, you can still get to 5 to 7-ish when you're lucky. But there's also a few. You'd have to get on the satellite map There's a few areas here where you can beach your boat, where there are these fairly large closed off lakes that aren't connected to the main lake, that there are these hyper aggressive bass in there because, you know, less food, you got to be aggressive. But they a 2-pound bass fights on these small lakes like a 20-pound muskie. It's crazy. It's great. I wish I could get up there. Take me fishing up there, man. I'll go with you. No, it's great fishing. It's all provincial park. You don't even need. There are campsites, but you don't need a permit to camp. And if you do, I can sell like $10-15. Man. Oh goddamn. We if we could get a boat, Dan, and get it up there, or even rent a fucking boat, you should take your 2 weeks. I will go with you. I know the lake, like, you know. Man, oh fuck, that would be so fun. Can you get it up there? Man, wouldn't it be cool if you got your Friday, Saturday, Sunday off and do it on like a long weekend, or even if you can get the Monday off, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, come back Monday. Finish work, so you get up there like 6 o'clock, get there like 8 o'clock on Friday, who cares? One day of no fishing. You go out Saturday, wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, go fishing all day, then go cliff jumping, because I know where there's some cliffs we could jump off of. Go jump off a cliff, okay. Fuck. And all the little lakes in there. Just really rough it. Don't even bring a tent, bring a damn tarp. Man, you can't fish all day. If you're gonna fish and you really want to be successful, go by the solar lunar calendar, the solar lunar calculator. Their fish are more active at certain times of the cycle of the moon. Use that. Who's Ray? Who's Ray Murs? I'll have to look him up. Well, Dan, I'll give you that. You're right. You're not gonna catch a fish if you cast your line out into the highway. I'm just saying there are better times to fish. No, I don't want to recreate people's videos. I want to do my own thing. No, there's certain times of the day where the fish are more actively hunting. Look it up. There's an app that calculates based on your area the best time to fish based on the solar and lunar activity. I will look him up. I'm in a park still, close to the same area. I'm actually thinking about doing something like that. If I can get to myself to a point, like when I get my first YouTube check, I'll be able to survive for a little bit longer. I think I'll hitchhike up to the Moon River Woods Bay area, and just do a hike in and swim to where I gotta do and go fishing. Oh man, it works. Just check out there's a lot of apps. Just look up the apps. Oh, I know those days, man. I like that. Like, it took me 5 outings with my fishing rod to help it lose its virginity. And what did my little fishing rod lose its virginity to? A sunfish, a bluegill. I know Lake of the Woods. Oh, Moon River connects to Woods Bay. The best way to get to Woods Bay is, I know them from way back. Go to Jim and Lynn Grisdale. They'll rent you a parking spot. That's Moon River. So there's 2 ways you can go. One up to the big area to Blackstone and Iron City, that area. Or you can do the Woods Bay area. Or you can even take the left and go to Moon River Falls, where you get, during the daytime, a whole bunch of walleye. Oh, this is fun, just talking fishing. Fishy. Oh, Crip Maria, thanks for joining the Discord. I get Discord notifications too. Oh man, I love it's. There's 2 things. There's 3 things I can think of that make a man feel like a man. Well, even 4. 1 is a cold beer on a hot summer's day. 2 is, for 1 is a cold beer on a hot day. Number 2 is a campfire. Number 3 is fishing. Number 4, if you're into it, hunting. But fishing, a cold beer, and a campfire makes you feel like a real man. It's actually one of the things I think, okay, I don't want to talk like a boomer, but I'm about to talk like a boomer. I think it's one of the things this coming generation, the Gen Zs, are missing. All the men, there's no actual men anymore. Have you seen the kids coming up now? They're all the boys are so effeminate. There's no masculinity anymore, and that's what I think is missing. Fishing and hunting and outside. All the masculinity is gone. They're getting all sucked into by their teachers' rhetoric and what they see on the internet. All this, you have to be accepting to everyone. There should be some exclusion. But, yeah. Go outside. Go fishing. It'll make you a man. That's what's missing. That's all. Aaron, you are right. Do you know the worst part is? What month is this? Tell me what month this is. What is June supposed to be for? Is it Pride Month? Yes, it's Pride Month, and Pride Month needs to be. I agree with Pride Month. There needs to be awareness, but what else is it? It's also Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Do you know this? Do a lot of people know that? No, because unfortunately, men, we're on the sideburners. You know, and it's a problem. Is we've lost masculinity, and it's also fishing month. Everybody needs to go fishing. It'll make you a man. And if you're not a man, be ready to sprout some balls.
What is Juneteenth? I don't know what Juneteenth is. I've heard the word before, but I don't know what it is. No, it's a shame that Jen, I wouldn't even say that. It's not about men not wanting to being weak, man. You don't get about us, like, we talk about our feelings a lot. We don't feel like we can talk about our feelings and stuff like that with the women in our life, because believe it or not, when we start opening up about, the hurt and our feelings to women, you guys look down on us. And I hate to say it, it's true. But, man, I'll tell you one thing. You get the guys together, you think we're just, sitting there scratching our balls. We're not. We actually talk about deep stuff. We confide in our boys because we know our boys get us. Yeah, it might not be true for you, but in the overall sense it is. Like, I know everybody's different, that's true, but it can be hard for us too, because, society ends up looking down on us. Not yet. I try to make one meal every day, and I'm going to be doing that. What time is it now? In about half an hour, I'm leaving this area to go back to camp. I don't have a woman in my life. You want to know why? Because when I got sick, she started sleeping with all my fucking friends. I've got an ex-wife. I got sick. I couldn't, bring in the big money anymore because of having seizures. And you know what? The fucking month that happens, she starts sleeping with my friend. They're not friends anymore. They're fucking assholes. But she starts sleeping with every single person I know. No, and that's very, very, very true, Emily. Masculinity does need that. I'll be honest. I'm very open about it. I've got feelings. I'm okay with crying in front of other people. I don't give a shit what people think about me. I think it's a very hard thing to do, to be open like that too. But yeah, sorry, I don't think all women are like that. I'm just telling you, I'm not one of those Andrew Tate fans. I hate that guy. In fact, I think everything he says, you should do the opposite, because that guy's a fucking turkey. Oh, what? Because Black Eagle says, because I'm gay. Huh. First of all, what would it matter if I was gay? I would make one hell of a bear. I have no gag reflex. Seriously, I don't. But no, it's shit like that. That's exactly what I'm saying. You just proved my point, Black Eagle. I admit that I'm a very open person about my feelings, that I'm okay with crying, and you just called me gay. No, I'm just saying, it's not an insult, but that's what happens, is you're saying you're being open. I was like, yeah, I'm a crier, I cry, I've got feelings, I'm sensitive. And someone's like, yay. gay. Yeah, get him banned. Oh, Emily, I know. I got a story for you. I was sitting in front of the library, just minding my own business. I went out there to get some fresh air. This person was in his car across the street. He does a U-turn to pull up to me. I'm sitting on the bench. There's a few feet in front of me is the road. Does a U-turn, pull up in front of me to roll down his window. He looks at me. And he was, I'm not saying it's an Indian thing, but he was, had a thick accent, and he was Indian. And he looks at me, and he says, "You and me, can we have sex?" I was like, I didn't think I hear him right, and I'm like, "Sorry, what?" Come here. And you and me can have sex. Like, man, what's wrong? I walk up the window, and he's doing this. You and me can, you guys can have sex. And he's got, money in his hand. It's fucking freaked me out, by the way. Like, man, are you on crack? Are you on drugs? Are you mentally okay? But yeah, I know I would make one hell of a good bear. That was probably my video. I made a video about that. No, it was very direct. And another one, actually, I was on live. I was walking through one of the parking lots here, and the parking lot itself was used for gay men to meet up, go in the woods, and do stuff. Sorry, Joe, just telling the story. The other one, no, I was going through the parking lot there, and there's guys sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, it's a nice night, isn't it? Yeah? How are you?" I was like, "I'm good. I love you." "Okay, thank you." No, I was complimented. I just didn't think, assuming I'm only worth $20, you could have at least had 100 in your hand, at least boost my self-esteem a little bit more than that. No, basically, seriously, the guy did a U-turn because he was sitting on the other side of the street just so he could go up there and do the window roll down and like, "You and me, he was very thick Indian accent too. "You and me, we can have sex." It's like, it was, okay, I'll take it, it was flattering, but it creeped the hell out of me. It's like, the fuck wrong with you? Who does that? No, at least if you're gonna do that to somebody, at least offer them a fair price. Come on, $20 can't even get me a meal at McDonald's. I think I'm at least worth a Happy Meal or two. Thank you, Jet. But I wasn't insulted by it. I was creeped out, and I'm like, kind of makes me think like, fuck, I got it. That was bad. Thank you, you're awesome, Jen. But it makes me think like, yeah, that's bad, but I'm just some big hairy guy. What are the women going through? Because I know a lot of men are pig. Most men are pig. Like, I was in this area, not too far off from here. Down that way, there's some benches. I don't want to see the benches, but this woman is running down the path. She's looking at me, staring at me, runs towards me, gets in front of me. She's asked me, "Please, can you help me? There's some guy following me. He's been following me for like an hour. I am scared." And I didn't think anything of it, or like I thought she was being paranoid or something like that. I wanted to brush her off. Makes me the asshole. I was the asshole for that. But I told her to sit down because, I'm not going to do that to anybody. Just tell them to F off. And sure enough, this guy on a bike comes rolling down the pathway, sees her, comes right towards her, gets off the bike and starts approaching her. That's when he starts getting close. I got up off of my seat, walked around in front of her, and, you know, got in front of the two. And he's just like, he's staring at the girl. The way he moved was like cat-like. He's like, you know, swooped in. And I'm like, hey there, bud, how you doing? Yeah, how can I help you now? You having a good day, bud? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, hi. And he's like, this is your sister? This is your sister? I was like, oh, no, sorry, bud. I'm just meeting my wife here because we're getting ready to head home. I was like, oh, yeah, you have yourself a good night there. He jumped on his bike and he left. But, yeah, and I was like, I told her, you know what, are you far from home? Because I want to walk you out of here. And I walked her out. Yeah. Dan, I'm Canadian. I'm the most there Canadian ever. I don't think swearing is that threatening. I think people who are like, oh, F you, F this, F that in a confrontation, they're scared. When people are doing that, it doesn't come off as threatening, it comes off as fearful to me. I'm more of the kind of person who will, I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a tough guy at all. I'm more of a try to talk my way out of a fight. But I'm more of a guy to be polite and a big smile on your face when I'm trying to intimidate you because I'm a big son of a bitch. But, you know, when I'm in a confrontation, that's when the real Canadianese comes out of me. It's bud, buddy, what's up there, friend? Buddy, pal? That's when the real Canadian comes out. No, it was one of those times I was, you know, being down here sucks, but I've been in the right place at the right time. You know, more than once. Oh man, I'll tell you what, if I got into a confrontation like that, I wouldn't be swinging fists. I'd be using my hands to protect my face, and I'd be using my feet to go for the knees. Nah, man. The word I don't get that. Like, what is going through a person's mind when they're, you know, I don't know what that guy would do. I don't get what's going through a person's head that is going to Brian, I'm talking like I've never been in a fight in my life because this is correct. I've never been in a fight in my life. I talk my way out of stuff, or I use my size and intimidation. I have never hit another person ever. And I'm proud of that fact. I don't need to show my superiority by hurting somebody. I'm a peaceful person. In the worst case scenario, I think I can defend myself. I'm not just gonna go, ah! I know how to, you know, throw a punch. It's not whoosh like that, it's straight out like that, and boom, boom. Protect the face, that far apart, that kind of shit. Use your feet because no one expects the feet. And, I'd rather, you know, use my words to get out of it or use my stature because, you know, you look big, intimidated. No one's going to screw with you. Oh, let's go watch the bicycles go by. Send what you got a pin and I'll remove that pin when you... Okay. Every time I try to pin it, it always closes it. God damn it! There you go. Man, worst case scenario, I'll just drop my pants and show them the cobra, scare them off. No, I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson about people. I have a very large sledgehammer in my camp now. And, you know, imagine my 6'3" ass wielding a sledgehammer, a very heavy sledgehammer, like it's a twig. They're gonna run. No, it was a joke. Like, I don't want to have to hurt somebody ever. I think it's... I don't think people who brag that, oh, I'm tough, I've been in 30 damn fights in my life. You can see how effed up my face is. Yeah, look at these fists, they're made for... I don't think that's scary. I don't think that's intimidating. I think it's more intimidating where a person will... You're trying to get angry, you're trying to make a person angry and get, you know, you're trying to intimidate them, and he just talks to you politely with a smile on his face. I think that is more intimidating than F you, I'm going to F you up, I've been in 100 fights in my life. I think guys like that, they're people who go out looking for a fight. They don't go looking or trying to start trouble. They're not trying to start trouble with anybody. They're trying to start trouble with somebody they know they're going to beat. They're weak, and they target the weaker. No, I don't even think that. I think people who... Most decent people aren't looking for a fight, and those people who are, they got their issues, but they're not gonna... Oh, I'll do that. I'll check. Oh God, is it another volcano? Happy. I know you too well, man. I knew it was going to be that. Madness. But Ed, dude, thank you. You're awesome. I really appreciate that. Oh, I'm not going to get the beer, but I'm going to have a good dinner tonight. I've got it planned. I'm doing a proper hobo style meal. I'm going to actually... The plan tonight is I've got some fresh vegetables. I'm going to actually do a cooking video and edit it and hopefully have it posted tonight because I've been asked. A lot of people joined in the last week. My sub count in the last 4 days have went up almost 400. It's crazy. It's madness. I never thought I'd grow that fast. But a lot of people have been asking, because I've been seeing the cooking videos, to do more cooking. And I posted a picture on Shitty Poo Food Porn subreddit last night and they want me to, like, oh, they're saying you should do cooking videos and stuff like that. It was fantastic. I'm gonna make something similar tonight, but with fresh tomatoes that I got for free, corn, and a can of mushrooms and eggs. No, it's madness. Like, I'll be honest with you, I didn't start the YouTube channel by choice. Well, I did it by choice. I wouldn't have started if I didn't, I wasn't okay with it. But I got asked to on the Vagabond subreddit. I got suggested by like a dozen people, so I did. I posted fish. That was like my first video. I posted fish. Just fish. That's it. Fish. Salmon that were swimming in the stream. And it just went from there, and I never, I just never expected to keep with it as long as I did. And it's never been about, getting monetized. It's nice too that I got there. It's fucking awesome. I'll take it. But it was not about that. I kept doing it because I started live streaming. And my first live stream was back when I was still trying to hide my face. I was wearing these big, thick sunglasses that I lost and a black face mask. And I had a really good time there. And I eventually lost the sunglasses and kept using the mask. Lost the mask, and I've just been enjoying the live streamings, campfires, all that stuff. First call, Ryan, 32. That is not an insult. Second, we don't play these games here. If you're going to come into this chat, please be respectful to not just me, but to everybody here. You're going to get one warning. Do it again, we'll just put you on timeout for 5-10 minutes. Those are the rules. We won't... we don't try to insult. We don't do... We've got 4 rules here and the Discord. You don't be racist. Well, 5, and they don't lie. No racist, no sexism, no homophobia. And don't lie. And my favorite rule, don't be a dick. It's not that hard. Like, I don't like blocking people. I've blocked it's my favorite rule. Sorry. That's my favorite. It's the rule, is just don't be a dick. And it takes, like, how many people have we banned on Discord? One, because he was saying these really nasty, graphic, sexual stuff. Trying to meet up for the sex. Party was his username. Then another person who was straight up trying to scam Cornish for money. He did not trying, he was successful. And then he was doing, oh, tonight's the night. Guys, I won't be back anymore. I'm ending my life tonight. And then he disappears for 24 hours. Got me panicking, staying up all night. I was not only that, trying to contact Discord to get his IP address to send an ambulance to his freaking house. Then he comes back the next day or the day after, and Cornish like, are you alright? He's like, what are you talking about? You said you were going to kill him. He came back the next day. He says, oh, I OD'd on pills. I wanted to end it, but I just didn't take enough. Then 3 days later, he comes back again, and he's talking to Cornish, trying to scam money from Cornish too that day. And Cornish is like, didn't you say you just tried to overdose the other day? I don't know what you're talking about. He completely lied, bullshitted it. And yeah, no, I was like, I couldn't take it anymore. I just banned him. That's... just don't lie. And I like to think our Discord is a place for people who can come and talk about their issues. If they need someone to talk to right then and there, that's there. Like, we've got a few people in there who have done that, and it's a good place for that. If you need someone to talk to, someone's there. Don't be a dick. That's where, honestly, that's where the rule, don't be a dick, comes from. It's really sad. Oh, and there was another guy. He was being a dick too. Oh, if I was homeless, I would go spend money on a cooler and go sell popsicles. Okay. He was getting really rough in the Discord. You know what? I don't want to talk about them. The negativity I don't need. But yeah, we'll schedule the fishing live stream for sometime next week. That's no sexism, racism, homophobia, and don't be a dick. 4 rules. And you're awesome, CJW. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's one of the things. We've had one guy come in too. He was talking about that Andrew Tate stuff. Oh, you're a Sigma male. I don't even know what that means, man. I don't even know what that means. That's Matrix was awesome. But anyways, what time is it? It's now 6 o'clock. That means, what does it mean? It means I gotta start heading back to camp, collect some firewood, start a fire. I'm gonna do some filming, and make dinner. And there should be a cooking video coming out tonight sometime. Veggies last night. Fuck, I didn't have any vegetables last night. Not a one. I had eggs and leftover chicken wings with ramen. Today, I bought this. I got spring onions, and I got garden fresh tomatoes someone was giving away on the Carrot app. So I've got 4 of these. I'm going to use this in my dinner. I bought a can of corn and mushrooms. Gonna make something out of this stuff. And I still have eggs. I'm sorry to tell you, The Matrix has nothing to do with the origins of Keanu Reeves. Look at all the paintings. His origins are like from back in the 1860s. The man is a vampire, an ageless vampire, but he's a good one, and we have to protect him. I got eggs. When I have meat, like meat like that, I'd rather do eggs than just meat. I try to do a proper meat meal once a week or twice a week. Like last week, I got a chicken, and I made a really good chicken sandwich. It was fantastic. This week, I'll try to do some, when I get to the grocery store tomorrow, I might pick up a pack of pork chops, because they're cheap, like $5. And I might actually splurge and get some fresh kimchi for $2 and pork chops with kimchi on it. Oh God! So I wouldn't have bought the chicken, the rotisserie chicken normally. That's like $8. But it was in the cold section and it was 50% off, so I bought it, and it was so juicy. And again, garlic aioli is just garlic mayo. I don't care what anybody says, I'll fight you. Aioli is just mayo that they renamed so it's more expensive. But that, some lettuce, and pickles, that gotta be rye bread. Rye bread is my favorite. It was just, that sandwich was 10 out of 10. Yeah, and I would actually have to end this stream now, as I said before, and head back to camp and do my stuff. And again, thank you very much, CJ. I appreciate that. And yeah, woo. Time to go cook. Good night. And you might see a video get uploaded sometime tonight or tomorrow. You guys take care. Bye now.